Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Fan Cave. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Bob Pompeani here, Andrew Fillipponi there, which is 93.7 The Fan. We simulcast this show as well, so if you're driving around, call us on the Borders and Borders hotline, which is 412-575-2600. Tweet us at KDPomp, at the Pony Express, as we are 1 week away from the legal tampering period, which will produce some very interesting signings immediately once that free agents period begins. But we saw some moves today. Andrew, I want to get your thoughts on two in particular. Geno Smith at age 32 gets 3 years, $105 million. Congrats to him for pursuing a career despite being labeled a backup and someone who couldn't get it done. Got his opportunity, comeback player of the year, and now this. And then Derek Carr goes to a division that has no other quarterbacks in it versus what he had last year when he had Mahomes, Herbert, and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think it's a really good move by Carr, who stunk against the Steelers in that late season game where he threw 3 interceptions and that bad one to Cam Sutton at the end of the game, Bob. But the season before, he was excellent against the Steelers in the Pittsburgh home opener where he lit them up in that game. Actually connected with Henry Ruggs, who, you know, what happened with him afterwards on a long touchdown pass. But I think it's a really smart move because that NFC is quarterback desert. There are not good quarterbacks in the NFC. There's going to be one fewer if Aaron Rodgers decides to either retire or join the Jets this offseason. So that NFC South, no Tom Brady, unless now Rich Eisen is hearing that Brady's going to come back, Bob, at 46 years old. How about that? And Phillip Rivers wants to play football again. That was another nugget that
Call
was...
the Rock. Dwayne Johnson's looking for quarterbacks. You know, you got Ben DiNucci. You could be the best in that league.
He's got 9 mouths to feed, Bob. He's got a lot of kids. And congratulations on Selena's. That was an amazing story from over the weekend.
Yeah,
we're really excited about that. But look, Bob, as I see it right now, the Geno Smith deal, not a bad deal because it's not a long-term commitment. So, like you said, kudos to him. But I think Derek Carr puts the Saints in a position to make the playoffs because that NFC is just so light on star quarterbacks.
Another quarterback we'll be talking about because tomorrow at 4 p.m. it is the franchise deadline. If you're going to tag someone, transition or franchise, we saw some of those in play today, but we didn't see Lamar Jackson. Ozzie Newsome seems to think they're going to franchise him, but it's also sounding like, you know, Lamar Jackson may not like that designation. It's been a long time. They haven't been able to come to terms at all. So what do you expect happens long-term here?
I think that they're going to use the non-exclusive tag, which means that any team can make Lamar Jackson an offer. The problem is any team going to make the Deshaun Watson offer, which is what Lamar Jackson wants? He's going to finally get to find out when he hits free agency if somebody is willing to give him that kind of money. And if they are, then Baltimore has an opportunity to either match that deal, Bob, and keep him, or take the 2 first-round picks. I actually think Baltimore's in a good spot. I think the worst thing that could happen to them is if nobody offers him that deal, and then they got to sign him to a franchise tag deal, in which case I don't think he'll show up before just a few days before the start of the season, Bob, with a new offense, new offensive coordinator, new playbook, which I think would put Baltimore way behind the 8 ball. So I'm almost thinking that they hope he signs a deal that's way lower than he thought so they could match it, or they let him walk and they take the 2 first-round picks, and maybe they draft a quarterback, Bob, to replace him with one of those extra picks.
They could do that. We're up against a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Bud Dupree, who's available to go places after he was cut by the Tennessee Titans after just 7 sacks in 2 years at $34 million. That was not a good move, as it turned out. We'll talk about that and also some Pitt Panther, West Virginia, Penn State, NCAA. We got a lot to get into, and the Penguins got some good news tonight as well. All next, right here live. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Don't go away. Call us right now.